Hi, hello, and I am live. Fantastic, bombastic, or bombastic, fantastic. Hi, hello from Julia today from London, and I will be discussing usual things. No limits photoshoots for adults. Creative energy resource and erotica. I will be talking about therapy as well, and I will be talking about relationship. Okay, so let me just start about erotica, right? Erotica. 20 years doing erotic photography, more than 20 years arranging adult events. Always was, confused about why people are doing erotic photo shoots and why people are going for adult events, and maybe 20 years ago I was thinking it is an infidelity reason, right? Different reasons were in my mind through those years, why people doing different kind of adult adventures. And then I've realized that there are actually different reasons, but the most and foremost reason is a therapy. Okay, therapy, and for women it's a therapy, and for men it's a therapy. It's just they do not see it this way. Okay, why? Infidelity now become something what people uh, going for when they have everything. Actually, they do have a great families, they do have lovely wives and children and jobs and everything. They looking for a feeling to be alive, and they want to stimulate their hormonal levels. You see, erotica is the place where you go and feel alive when you experiment and when you try risky things, where there is something unfamiliar and there is something dangerous and secret in there. Okay, when you have a lovely family and you know what you've built and you know your wife and children very well, there is no secrecy in there. You see, and then people are looking to find that part of themselves that stimulates and vibrates in a certain dimension. Okay, and that's what they're looking for. They're looking to find themselves, go back into that time, go back into that energy, go back into that vibration. Okay, no one wants to hurt anyone. Seriously, that's not an agenda. I was just thinking about this such a long time. Okay, such a long time, and I was associating adult events with infidelity. Okay, I realized that there is not many couples who actually experiment within their relationship. There are many couples who experiment outside the couple zone, right? So in the couple zone there is a friend zone, there is a cozy zone, there is a, how to say, very nice and very soft and very familiar place. That's where the family is. It's a safe place. Okay, home is the safe place. So where are you going to risk and do stuff which is really how to say, on the other side, of the safety zone? It's of course outside the home. That's why all the cheating happens there. That's why you behave differently. That's why you behave differently when you leave the house. And what I'm saying, talking about erotica and eros energy, it's not about being unfaithful, it's not. But where this unfaithfulness starts, you tell me where. Okay, you could see your husband or your wife getting ready, all dressed up like for a date, going just into the meeting or to the lunch with her friends, or going, to have some business kind of, stuff. And she's all dressed up and she's all, how to say, you have not seen this maybe a long time in your relationship, but that's what's happening. That's how eros energy present itself. It's not necessarily has to be happening in your genitalia area. Okay, everything happens and start happening in here. Okay, when I say in here, we live another world. In our head we have our fantasy world. We not necessarily share it with other people. Okay, and often people do not share even in their relationship. They're scared. They're scared to tell about their fantasy even to their spouse. The partners do not know. They think they know. Okay, they think they know. You know what is fascinating, what I found out very recently is this, that if you're lying, if you're lying and you're cheating and you think that she don't know or he don't know, right? Earth always balance the things up, okay, and we don't know, but she is unfaithful somewhere else and she is or he is cheating. That's how life makes everything in balance. Okay, so if you think that he's addicted on the sport or on the shopping or on the, I don't know, kind of other stuff, okay, there is a balance in there and you are guaranteed addicted at something else. That's how it works. Okay, so I just found out this recently, and of course I'm learning about the world was happening around me, and of course from my own experience, right? And I've been in adult business more than 20 years. Okay, and like I say, today I'm going to speak about creative energy and erotic source. Okay, so creative energy and erotic source don't happen necessarily in the bedroom. Okay, in the bedroom is happening when you are just introduced to each other, when you are trying to know each other, when you are interested in each other, when you do not know your body, right? And you want to experiment with your partner to find out how he or she can affect you, okay, or what you can give to your partner and how you can affect. But what happens through the time? What happens to the time? Like I say, I've started this video because the life gets boring and familiar, okay, and cozy and safe and nice, and no one wants to do anything, no one wants to put any effort. And what's happening then? You would see him all dressed up in a nice suit, a lot of perfumes, going like on the date, but actually it's a business meeting. Okay, and then he goes to one meeting and to another meeting and he just wastes this eros energy. That person doesn't have to be running after some butt, okay, or some like some chick. Doesn't have to. The eros energy, it's your element when you are in your zone, when you are the best at something. Okay, that's where the eros energy develops in your body, and it's not only been created but expressed. That's how you expose, okay, that feeling. And like I said, eros energy, it happens in your life situation, not only in intimate life, right, but it happens in everywhere. When you meet people, you meet with your erotic markers, you evaluate with your adult markers, right? You meet that person, you fancy or not fancy, what that is. What that is, when you define this is an eros marker, right? You see this actor who is acting so great in this movie that you are gobsmacked just watching like that and thinking, wow, she's so hot, she's doing this, like, wow, this action movie, like she was so amazing, or he was so amazing, or a singer. That's the eros energy. You did not have any intimacy with these people, but you absorbed and get introduced to that eros factor because they are on the top of what they know very best. This is maturity, this is an adulthood, and that's how we express this. Children don't have eros energy. Okay, that's what's fascinating about us growing up. Okay, children, when they develop the ego, and when they grow up, it splits into alter egos. Okay, you still have your ego, but it splits into alter egos, and alter egos are responsible for your erotic fantasies and all the addictions that you have, including sexual. Okay, sexual. Why it splits? I believe that, you see, our ego is kind of a demanding beast, and what happens with this demanding beast is also protects you in the same time. Okay, it's there to look after you and protect you. And when you have a lot of experiences when you're growing up, and we do have a lot of experiences, right? We know physically we get exposed to a lot of I don't know, injuries, and we learn, we exposed to bacteria and viruses, we get illnesses, we get our immune system, right? So what's happened with the ego, you see, it's an emotional experience. It's an emotional experience that when you're growing up, you have to go through this. Your first love, you someone rejected you, someone made you, shamed you, someone, made you to be guilty about something, someone betrayed you, someone hurt you in all the way possible. Okay, the ego is there to protect you. So when you're growing up, it transforms your adulthood into traumatic experiences where those traumas get processed and repaired. Okay, and when you find yourself in your erotic fantasies, which you do not tell anyone, okay, most likely, okay, do not tell anyone, because they can be so embarrassing. They could be so, how to say, to the point that you even don't want to think about it. Maybe you watch some porn, right? But those traumatic experiences being uh, edited and transformed into your erotic fantasies. Okay, so when, for example, you've been like that loser kid or a chubby kid, and everyone was, pointing fingers on you and saying something, and you will be watching these hot and sexy girls, which you probably fancy with the other guys. When you grow up, you will be booking a cold fantasy shoot and paying that your wife would be with another man, and you don't know why. You go to psychologists to talk about it, that I am really fancying to share my wife, I'm getting excited about this, you know so when I was in a certain state of my maturity and development, I was thinking this childhood situation is just a joke. You see, it's just a joke. And then your life puts you in the place where you have to process all these traumatic experiences to actually go back into your adulthood, right? Because what happens if you do not process, you're still stuck in that pain. The pain happened, I don't know, you was 9 years old or 10 years old or 16, doesn't matter. And now you're 40 and you still remember and you're still suffering from that. You see, unconsciously, there will be situations that will put you in a place that you need to process that information. So, erotic fantasies and erotic photoshoot is a part of that growing up and being an adult and understanding your alter egos, your wants, your desires, your kinky, naughty, fetishy, obsessions, a different kind of fantasy. And the part that is maybe the most scariest is to admit to them, to find the person that you can share it and process that information that stuck and was embodied. You see, the traumatic experiences, these are the energetic flows. Okay, you had a tantrum, right? You was very upset. You maybe, wanted, I don't know, to hit someone, and so on. This didn't disappear into nowhere. Okay, it just got stored nicely in one of your archives somewhere there, right? And then the energy that you actually consume, because you see, anger and fear gets trapped and you get into aggression mode, and everyone is controlling this aggression. You see, they're trying to control the world around them, they're trying to control other people, including themselves. Okay, and what happens with this aggression? The moment you feel aggression, I personally shout. Okay, that's how I process the information. I raise my voice straight away, right? The others doing different things, okay, depending on the personality. They being dicks to other people, for example, right? Or they being, how to say, quiet and withdrawn, for example, depending how this aggression in everyone is differently. It's on the personality, but the fact is that when we're getting upset, the moment we're getting upset, we are vibrating in negative energy. When you are in negative energy, it's already proven that your blood consistency change. You have totally different hormones in your stream, then you are absolutely happy and cheerful and relaxed and superstar situation. So when you are in Eurozone, in a sexual and how to say adulthood energy, you can't be, in a negative element. That's what is amazing about it. When you feel that you are sexy, when you feel that you are hot, when you feel that you are on top of this, then you feel that you are confident about something, you know something that you can share, your knowledge, you are just, all amazing down there, right? You can't be in a scared, nervous, anxious, depressed. You can't be in that vibration. So the saying what I picked up is that you can't be little bit pregnant is very specifically defines the Eros energy. You can't be little bit pregnant. You or pregnant or not pregnant. So that adulthood and Eros energy is present in our life. As soon as we can convert it into Eros energy, any kind of traumatic experience, right? Which I said, we use fantasies to do that. Our brain is designed to actually transform that information, which was an energy, a negative energy, and upset. The woman, for example, very often suffer from abuse, right? I just yesterday heard about one girl, psychologist was telling that she was kind of raped, and then she closed down and put a lot of weight so that no one would pay attention to her. Okay, and she when she grew up, she remembered that factor. Okay, she remembered that factor, but she couldn't for the whole adulthood, she couldn't lose the weight. But that was a protective, you see, ego created this situation for her so that no one would see her beautiful body, beautiful boobs, okay, and beautiful face. She just got all, round up to protect herself. Ego created that. But that person who is in that body, he had, in the young years, in the teenagers, she don't even remember. She was recalling this later with the professional. So that's how it happens. Okay, but what happens in a eros energy state, in erotic fantasy state, they often fantasize about being, having a hard, rough sexual experiences. So something what was very traumatic for her in young years, in the childhood, teenagers, right? Then being converted, that she wants, to be vibrating in this energy, in control. She's asking this. You see, people become in their fantasies, they become in control, and they are saying, now you and you. You see? So that's what we do with erotic fantasies, okay? Erotic fantasy is a therapy for us. It's a therapy in all the way. First, when I went into erotic fantasies, I thought that if the couple will experiencing threesome or a co-hold situation, they will be hooked for life. That's not true. That's not true. These, like I say, this protective mechanism to edit that event, to edit that information, okay, they are keep, circling in your archive, and these things must happen. Because if it will not happen in the real life, it will not be repaired completely. Okay, when it's repaired, it's released. The energy was from the, like I say, from the perception of the certain moment and the certain you, were changed and transformed into perspective of new life, of new beginning. In general, eros energy, it's a new life. And when I was listening of the, of the story of one very leading psychologist, her parents came from the concentration camp, and she was saying that she was in contact when she was growing up with people who've been in that concentration camp, and they were survivors. And she said that her parents looked at it as a new life opportunity. They just cling to each other and made babies to show that they're still alive and they're capable to live. And the others stayed in that mode of the being a slave and tortured, and punished and in that pain for the rest of their life, and didn't change. And she said that in one house you could see the new life and the new beginning, and that's the eros energy, and in the other life people were dead. So when you go and see somewhere people are alive, and somewhere where people they are alive but they're dead, their life is finished. And so that is the eros energy. That is the eros energy. It's a new beginning. It's a repair of your body, of your emotional state. Of course, it's your presentation, it's your adulthood, it's your vibration when you are at your best, when you're the strongest, when you're the most confident. That's when you're feeling alive. You see? And also, Eros energy comes from the place where there is a new beginning and new updates necessary. Because when you stay in your family and in your relationship in the same situation and you do not experiment in your bedroom, okay? Seriously, that's where the Eros energy levels down, and then you see your husband going, in a business event, look up like he's going on, used to went on a date with you. You see, all sexy, dressed up, and like, wow, macho, that's where the energy was directed into. You see, so we are in control of this powerful, huge erotic source which is within us. We are able to produce this energy, we are able to switch off and switch on. And of course, we are able to direct it into a certain directions where we need, right? And like I say, sexy sells. Do you see so many market arrangements made on a sexy vibe, and you attracted to who is confident and sexy? Just recently, I saw this footballer Beckham selling, pants. He's so confident sitting in there, you know. That's what sells, and we need to understand this. That erotica, it's not only vibration in the genitalia area. Erotica is actually being rebellious and being alive and being able to restore things, to reboost yourself, to reboot your system, to rebuild your relationship, to rebrand yourself, to revitalize, okay, to reinvent. That's the errors, you know? That's the errors. I want to show this is not that. That's the very limited. You see, when they speak about erotica and eros, they speak about the bedroom and action by doing it. Okay, and this is doing it. There are so many people who go to see psychologists and sexologists because they doing it and don't feel nothing. Or no, seriously. And there are photo shoots like that, and there are a lot of videos on corn when people are doing it and you feel nothing. You feel nothing. They doing it, they seriously doing it. You see it's going in and it's going out, but it doesn't affect you in any way because there is no energy within them. The bodies are doing like that. I had these photo shoots like that, which are shot for porn. Boring. It's seriously boring because you don't feel anything. Atmosphere, okay? And there is no, you see, how I'm going to tell about erotica and how I'm going to whole life is about this, okay? When someone never had a cappuccino in their life, and there are people on earth, there are people who never drink coffee on earth, there are people who never had a cappuccino. How the hell I'm gonna explain how the cappuccino tastes if they never had it in their life? It's very hard. Yes, everyone communicating through the language. English is my fourth language, okay? It's just now at this stage that I'm finding an energy to somehow express the things what I always hold on to, okay? I'm able to go and speak and chat about erotica. But how can I explain about the cappuccino, the person who never had a cappuccino in their life ever? How? It is so hard to explain what's happening in erotic photo shoot. You see what people are feeling. Okay, it's not allowed to show anything. Okay, so I restricted myself on that. I've been blocked million times on every account possible and on every social media, whatever. So I've just decided through some time that I'm going to talk about it. You see, I'm going to talk about erotica and erotic photo shoot and what people feel in erotica. But for me personally, I understand this very simple thing. Okay, there are a lot of people who can hear, okay, can touch, can taste, can smell, right? They have an intuition, okay, and they see. So erotica is something what you see, but it's about the feeling, really, because I'm explaining you. We've seen a lot of movies, adult movies, when we see things happening, okay, in and out, and you just watching like, ping pong. Like a ping pong. It's not interesting. It's not exciting. It doesn't go anywhere with the energy. It's not consuming, right? So for me personally, I've discovered this, that shooting, when people are using eros energy for fame and to make money, it is a totally different atmosphere than people even that don't have a great intimacy knowledge or experience. It's better million times when they are shooting make love scenes in a studio. It just sensation is different for these people. It's just a different information, different sensation. It's it's how can I explain you about a cappuccino if you never had this before? I can try i can try yeah. So that's why I'm doing it. I think yesterday I did some confession about me being really scared, okay, because I said that I'm delaying. I had this fantasy in my head to make public adult galleries, okay, create huge adult sex art galleries, and there is something inside me what's stopping me. Okay, what's stopping me? And I was just thinking maybe it's a motivation, maybe it's a lack of time, maybe it's whatever, maybe I haven't learned to do the galleries, maybe whatever. No, nothing maybe. Okay, the only thing what stops us is the fear. Okay, and the biggest probably is, of course, now is the fear of emotional pain. What will happen when everyone will see this? What will happen with my life when I will, expose myself like that? What will happen to my, situation when everyone will see my art? They go crazy probably. Or my life will become crazy when they will see what I can do, right? And that's the fear of unknown. That is the eros another level which I'm going to into, and that's where also happens the situation in the couples. Okay, it's the fear of unknown, or the crisis is happening inside your life, and everyone has to go into the crisis when they're going up. Okay, I was showing this. You are circling in the same environment and everything is the same and cozy. For Julia at the moment is everything is cozy and familiar and nice. Okay, going and creating eros galleries and exposing myself is going to be up by the spiral. What will happen uh, when I go higher? We all know there's happen a change. Okay, a change in my life and change in my, the changes always happen for best. That's something what I can tell you. Okay, it's for best. The things that I'm able to talk about erotica was very distant years ago, very distant. I was absolutely shying away. I couldn't find the words. I couldn't connect. I couldn't see into these people who are just slouching in. Okay, I came from the, from the human race. I'm not a machine. I'm not a robot. I have all these insecurities, inhibitions, fears, and so on and so on. So I know when I see one, I can recognize, because there was this information in my system. I have the same code. Okay, when I see people, when they start shooting, I can recognize straight away that they need help and they need therapy. Sometimes I can recognize they need therapy from the first email, because they're already scared and nervous and writing me enormous situations, stories, to read 10 minutes or so on, right? And I'm just a photographer with the medical background. Let's just say this. That is why I am analyzing, okay, people. That is why I am talking about a very huge resource that will change our lives and repair and push us into evolution forward, because the life is just going forward. The life is never going backwards. Okay, if you stop in a circle, you find yourself rolling in the same level. Okay, I always say about the Xbox, when there is one level that people stuck, so on the Xbox they know that they are stuck. Okay, because there are a lot of levels they can see, and then they can go up to, but in their real life, okay, which wasn't presented as an Xbox, they do not realize that they stuck and they need to go up. And to need to go up, it is always go through the fear, always go through discomfort, always go through something what is, not cozy out there. It is always this way. That's how, evolution happens. And the scariest part is that it very often happens only through pain, because that's when the people want to change, you know? So we come to the situation when these things happen. So erotic photo shoot at my studio, of course, it's going through discomfort. I had a very limited number of people who are absolutely confident about their body. If they looking great, they are not confident in their heads. Believe me, I've seen so many models, even fitness people. They are obsessed that there will be something wrong, that this way they would not look right. This is perfection, absolute obsession about people. They want to be gods. They want to look best. They are competing with someone in their heads, okay, with someone, not with themselves, with someone that, at the star, maybe at the neighbor, at the person they've seen in I don't know, somewhere, okay. That is, the whole confusion, and the focus is away, always away from you. So when they do erotic photo shoot, that's where the nervousness come from, because focus is on you. Everything comes on you. That's the first thing. And that was this, fear kicks in. The first stage of the photo shoot is the fear. I was always thinking, why the hell it takes so long for people to start shooting? Why they are making these strange faces, strange bodies, strange posing? Why they are want to express themselves in the most ridiculous way? Okay, they just have to go and break through. And after 2 hours, you could see absolutely a different, movement. You can sense a different energy. There is this energy between us. Okay, we're just dancing in the studio. Okay, we're just creating. There is no one anymore, obsessed or scared or nervous, or something, right? It just, people need time. When they creating first time erotic photo shoot, they seriously need time. Okay, if they want to shoot them, if they want to shoot their body, that's a different conversation. If they want to shoot the body, I said, you look at this grilled chicken, on the grill, chicken on the grill, rotisserie situation, they just twist and twist and twist. No one cares. So from the back, from the side, from the front, you just go around a few times. That's your photo shoot when you're shooting a body. And that's, for some people, is enough. They don't want to go into feelings. They don't want to, express themselves. They're scared to say what they really want. Okay, it is enough for them just to take their clothes off. Seriously, that's what's happening. And that is okay, because like I say, you can think that, oh, this is maybe silly, but it is not. Evolution is going gradually. And before, when I started even talking about lives, I thought, what if they will ask me a stupid question? Okay. What if they would do? What I would do? How would I react into stupid questions? And then I realized there are no stupid questions. There are no stupid questions. There is just an evolution. And people have not reached that level to understand. That's it. And everyone here on earth developing in a different pace. There is a different time for everyone. And if you are not ready, some people will never think about erotic photo shoot. It's a waste of their money. They will better buy, 10 handbags and a nice shoes or a pair of nice shoes. And that's how their brain operates. They don't want to see themselves. They don't want to expose themselves. They don't want to be in that ridiculous and uncomfortable state. And they don't want to feel themselves. They want to die with, with the big wardrobe, right? They don't want to do anything what comes to, finding out information about you. And erotica is information when you undress, there is nowhere to hide. And then you expose into a different kind of situations, sexual, unsexual, fantasies. You are just experimenting. And how to say, you are able to connect with yourself, with your conscious and subconscious mind. You will see yourself doing the things that you would not even imagine. Okay, you would see yourself being the person that you've never thought that you could be. You would see the pictures that you could not recognize yourself. You would see the pictures that you like and seriously dislike. And you will see the pictures where you think, why, who is that? Who is that person? That's the analysis, that's the makeover. Okay, that's the change what happens in my photo shoots. And usually these are premium sessions, because when people come with this contraceptive face, contraceptive face, okay, they can be serious, they can be, that's the energy. And then you try to work with them, and after 2 hours they get rid of all this bullshit, all this negativity, all these worries, all these doubts, all this overthinking and perception of themselves. You see changes from that limited and very narrow situation where you are in. You see yourself in a totally different energy and a broader, in a broader atmosphere. You see, when you come and you're all scared, that's a one vibration. This is lower than zero if you think about the thermometer. Then you practice and practice doing things undressed, expressing yourself through the things what you do, moving naked, opening your legs, closing your legs, getting aroused, getting turned on, getting stimulated. There are many things and many feelings that you are actually will experience during that photo shoot. And you will know yourself for that specific stage, and you will recognize yourself in every stage and every state that you are in, and in that energy when you will look at your pictures. And there will be never that option for you available just in an erotic photo shoot. When people are making love, you see, they don't even see me. They're switched off. They are absolutely, in that zone of, you know, making love. And there is someone there to record that moment for them, how they express their feelings, how their bodies combine, how they, doing the things what they're doing. And if they want to improve their intimate lives, they will see the things what they're not doing, 100%. And if they want to have different feelings, then they will think about it. Because, Julia will bring them to the point that she will give them toys, props, and move them around just to put them into that situation that they are clearly haven't been and haven't tried. And then they see for themselves how it's vibrate in their body, what they are doing. Because that will be impulsive, that will be unknown, that will be a risky situation, that will be unpleasant, that will be awkward. That is all, going that way. And then they found themselves, and then they move into the place where it's, where it's hot and sexy. Through that mountain and through that accumulation of unpleasant emotions. This is just one step going sexy into sexy. There are only professionals who are really models. They can tune in, who are actors, who are dancers. They can tune in, but they've been practicing all their life. People who are doing this first time ever, they maybe think they look very hot and amazing, but when you start shooting with them, and this is not what they like, this is not what they want to see, this is not what they expect. They actually don't like themselves at the start. And they come with this perception of themselves being someone else, someone else, and then they get introduced to you, real you. Real you, and that's what they're gonna do with that real you later, right? Let me take a very quick break and say hello, because I was just in a chit chat here, in a chit chat about erotic photoshoot, trying to express and explain for people what it is being in erotic state, how it looks like and how it feels. And this is me, photographer, who is being in that energy, in that vibration with people. Erotic, it's about you. It's about staying young, you know? It's about staying young, and it's about, like I say, reinventing, re-editing, redoing you, redoing you. And when people are looking at me, I think that I am staying in this vibration for too long, okay? And that's probably what keeps me, going, keeps me going. This energy. Hi, hello to everyone here. Hi, and I will be answering questions now. So you can just send me your questions about erotica, erotic photo shoot. Also, I can answer your personal questions here on live. I am a submissive. Well, there are people who think they are submissive, then they tune into Eros energy. It happened to me before, and they would become dominant. Okay, so there are submissive, there are dominant, and there are switch energies, right? So depending, you see, not everyone knows very well, and everyone explored. And with one person you can be in one vibration, because being in energy, it's not being with yourself. Okay, being in Eros energy, okay, it's actually given to you to be in the connection with someone. Like I say, you are expressing your sexuality for that reason, to find the match, to understand who you are, so that you can find the right one. Okay, if you do not understand who you are, you keep be attracting to the people who would put you into the right track, if that's how I can explain you, right? In other words, you see on the dating side, there are a lot of guys writing this thing. I don't want any drama. I don't want any drama. And I'm thinking, if you are thinking about the drama, that's exactly what you will attract. That's exactly what you will get. Okay. In my head, when I'm thinking about dating, I'm not even thinking about drama. It's not even in my head that this option is for me available, you see. And that's how it works. So if you're coding this specifically, and life coding or energy coding works in a different way, you see, our universe do not know our languages, okay? But if you say drama, drama, that's what you will get: drama. No drama, or with drama, or don't want drama, doesn't matter, okay? If you say location is London, that's where you will get, that's where it will take you, GPS, to London. Okay? You say no London, it will take you to London anyway. It's so funny this works. So I am a submissive. I can tell you that there are many ways to know. Okay, it's good that you know your initial state, right? But like I say, there are submissive people who would try to be dominant and then stay there. There are submissive people who actually don't know that they're switch, so they go out there and play, but then they come back into submissive, right? So it depends on the partner you are with. Absolutely. Okay, because when we speak about relationship, you could say, "Oh, he's such an asshole," and then he would go and be with other woman, and he would be, like a ruler of the world, and change, right? It's he's in a different energy, in a different vibration with a different person. That's very true. Okay, so I cannot state, you better know about yourself how you are. Okay, in terms of submissive, it means that somewhere in life there has to be a balance, somewhere you are very dominant. Okay, if I'm right, tell me the areas that you are dominant. You see, I'm talking about balance. All right, okay, the next one. Hi, hello, hi, hello. Hi, hello, hi, hello. Hi, hello, hi, hello, hi, hello. So, like I said, you are my fantasy. Okay. Now again about our fantasies, right? When I'm working with adults, of course, I'm working with adult fantasies, and adult fantasies are this. Okay, at this. When we are children, we had a lot of fantasies about these people we cannot get. One thing, right? We had the fantasies about the energies that we would like to be in, or translate in, resonate with, but we are not. Okay, so we always attract to someone who is kind of better, stronger, brighter, sexier, right? So we are in a lack. We want to be someone who we not. Okay. Now, for people who have certain fantasies, it is very simple to understand how they can get their fantasies. They have to vibrate in that same energy. You see? And I know there are a lot of people who would want someone drop dead gorgeous, but when you look at them and think, are they that match? Are they that perfect? Think, just look this way, okay, and then you understand. But most of the time, people, and if you are looking this, you are going to be processing your energy, eros energy. You see, so we are attracted to someone who are in their eros energy. That's what you lack. Yeah, that's why you want to get it. It's not that I am your fantasy. You just define someone who is in that eros energy. And I can be in my eros energy when I'm, like I say, I'm in my element and discussing the things that I know about, like dedicate my time with. But then when it comes to, for example, when it comes to, I don't know, doing something else, I could be very scared and traumatic and going into the baby's energy, right? People who are in one energy not necessarily can stay all the time in that energy, right? Very often traumatic experiences, that's what I'm talking about. Therapists can flick them back. Okay, but usually when you sustain, you constantly coming back to this energy, you make your life, on a different vibration, and all your days will be brighter, sunnier, happier. That's how you can live your life, right? Or you go back into perception of, oh, everything is shit, and there is no great people around, and there is no good woman around, or there is this different perception, right? And your life will be exactly that. If you want not to go to London or no drama, you get drama and you go to London. That's the universe language. Okay, so the fantasy is this thing. Okay, fantasy is an eros energy, someone who is in their element. You be in that element, you will attract it. I am 6.6. You're talking about your height, probably, right? The height is very important in dating. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie here. It is important. Women look to have like tall men. Like tall men. My both sons are very tall. And my youngest, probably, I don't know, I want him to stop at 6.6 because that would be enough. right? So that's how it is. So yeah, the height is very important for women in dating. So you can be proud about that. How are you and what you doing? Okay, at the moment I am translating live. That's what I'm doing. And I'm talking about my topic, which is erotic photography, eros energy, and I'm explaining about people shooting erotic photo shoots. I am explaining about energies. I'm explaining about things that are invisible, but you can feel it. You see? That's how bizarre it is. So when I will be showing my art, I will be just choosing people and photographs which you can feel something. That's the Eros energy, right? And if you are able to resonate with this art, if you are attracted to it, it means that you have that feeling too. Okay. So beautiful. I wish you were my lady. Wishes, wishes. Come to Las Vegas. I will take care of you. I'm serious. Las Vegas, I've never been. I'm not a gambler. Okay, what I heard about Las Vegas, there is a lot of conditioners and ventilations in there and the nightlife. I might want to go and see just to see this, but I'm not a player. When I go to play somewhere, I remember I wanted to go and lose 500 euros. I played the whole night, to lose it, and I don't think I lost it. Okay, so it's like just time waste. I didn't win anything really. Love the knowledge. Happy to share. I am here to share the information which is inside of me. Okay, the reason people want to share an information so they would not rot inside, and the other information will be arriving then to replace that. Okay, that's why people start talking something on this. I thought they have nothing to do. Why would you be a mentor? Why would you waste your time? Actually, the knowledge is given there, or information is given there for a reason. And if this information is coming into my head and it's coming every morning, I can tell you, I have to share this. Okay, so that not to rot inside, or in other words, not to get old. Okay, not to get old. That's why I'm doing this, because people think that they're getting old from the outside. No, first they're getting old from the inside. Yeah, from the inside. That is the lady who has a half of century talking to you now. Yeah, I am very big and long. That's a very good news for people who would like to try cockhold fantasy. That's the models what they choose. Okay, they choose a huge size models always. Always. There was no woman who would say I would like to choose a different size. Talking about the size is, of course, it's an obsession and it's a topic, and it has to be a separate live for it, explaining the size and the woman maps and all kind of a situation. But there is a lot of how to say, there is a lot of negative information about it, and they are comparing the size, like one is good size and the other is a bad size. That's not true. Seriously. That's not true, because there are women who are just matched and designed and made for that size. Okay. And there are women who would never be with the guy with the big size. It's not possible for them. Okay. It will be a pain for them. They would not be able. So it's just something what I probably need to talk about. But at the moment I'm talking about erotica and erotic feelings and erotic photo shoots, what people are experienced during the photo shoot. Hi, hello, good morning. How do I sign up? I'm not inviting anyone to sign up yet, okay? But I will be opening erotic galleries, and I would like to have people who are members working with me towards galleries. And of course, these galleries will be dedicated to to make people more aware and mature in their brain towards eros energy, sexual energy, to be able to feel and accept and access this resource. Because I am not shooting someone who is models stage. I'm shooting real people with real energies, you know. So that is the pure energy what I will be offering you. How do I sign up? Please wait. That is very deep. Thank you, because you need it. You need it for your better life. Okay, when you start thinking in a different way, you start translating in a different way, your life will be changing. You know, your life will be changing. What happens when you change everything but you would not change inside? Nothing. Believe me, nothing. You will end up in the same, you will create the same thing to yourself, no matter where you live, no matter what woman you will take. You will make her the same. She will change. She will change and will be vibrating by your energy, and the same vice versa. You could get a great man and you will spoil him, and he will become a baby, not being able to plan, take action, just, you know, useless and so on. And he was such a hero when you met him. That's how the energy can transform and change. We are in the relationship, and we are exchanging our vibration, you see. And energy is very important. Before, no one would talk about this. You know, when I was studying medicine for 7 years, no one was talking about any energies. No one. You see? When we were discussing all the illnesses, no one even mentioned this factor. Okay, they would just put it as unknown reasons. There were illnesses with the unknown reasons why they recover, and unknown reasons why after the operation everyone did the same thing to people. Everything was, you know, conditions the same, everything was the same. Why some people died and why some people had some complications, why the unknown reasons. Okay, and that unknown reason now I am discussing, and that is our energy, our eros energy, right? But people can, like I say, can flip back and can vibrate in a negative child's energy. Why I'm saying negative? Okay, negative negative is maybe very strong word, okay, but negative in the way because children are uncertain, children are scared, children are in doubt, children need advice, children need guidance, children need like children are in need in general. They depend, they just, you know how to say, they want to take. If you see the child is not a giver, child is a taker, and you are a carer for him. So when the adult vibrates in that energy, which happens very often to everyone, I can tell you, depending on the situation and direction you are in, you can be a child in your business. You can be a child in a business, and then you will be attracting the same children who cannot take decisions and do nothing. And you will be thinking, why I cannot create the business? Because you are in this vibration. You can do a blowjob in a child's energy, and that person would not feel anything, or maybe will be even disgusted. Because when the children are with adult energy, they would. Just a second, I need to verify this. When children are in adult with adult energy, you see the match is not happening on the energy level. She could be so beautiful and done her boobs and lips and ass and everything, but if she is in that child vibration, you will not fancy her, you would not see her, you would think it's not okay to be with her. You would not have a desire or want for that person, because that person is in need in a child's vibration. You understand? And then another thing is there are There are combined situations when the child, for example, girl looking for a daddy, okay, or the guy in the child vibration looking for a mommy. Okay, so we will talk about this. This is a different kind of a situation. Okay, I'm answering now just questions and carry on with the relationship situations. Right, chant, I'll be happy. Love is supreme. Love is supreme. Okay, what I can tell you about love, okay, love is also have sections. Okay, so love, it is about caring. You see, it is about caring, and that's where the adults fall off the rail. Okay, when love becomes a caring, and one cares about the other, they start giving, and then if there is no way back, you basically in love you have to give without expectation. You know, you have to give. When love is become caring and become, like I say, familiar, and becomes brother and a sister situation, there is no intimacy. Friend zone. So with love there is some levels to understand how it is. From one point, it is love and it's a very powerful emotion. But if it doesn't have an eros energy, which is a novelty, which is a editing, you know, your love and updating your feelings with your within yourself, okay, and within your partner too, okay. When there is no reboost, revamp, okay, it goes into care, and then people become very friendly, okay, and between friends there is no desire or passion, a spark. You see, so that is a different side. We can be discussing this later. You'll hit a wall, that lifestyle. You hit the wall. You hit the wall, that lifestyle. Okay, the only way that you will hit the wall is when you are in the child's vibration. Okay, because adults, if they will hit the wall, they will climb that wall, they will try to break that wall, they will try to bite that wall, they will try to do everything to go through it. That's the adult's eros vibration. You see, that's how the energy goes. You try to hit the wall, or you sit with your ass on the, I don't know, on some, on a hedgecock. You will stand up. You will find a way how to stand up even you have no legs. You will stand up on your hands. Okay, that's the adult vibration. You know, so adults don't, you see, they do not worry to hit the wall. Okay, they are not scared, they're fearless. That's the eros energy. That's what I was talking about. People who in concentration camps, or after concentration camps, were able to feel alive, able to restore their lives, able to re-edit, reboot, and continue living, not staying in that misery and pain and concentration life that they had for years. Okay, and adults, you see what with adults is, and that we are talking about energy, we have this memory disk, which collects all the files. And very often you are finding yourself 40 years old, but somewhere when you was 10 and fell over the bike and broken your arm, okay, and was in pain, and then you are scared to go and buy or another bike or whatever you're scared to do, and you are 40. That's the situation what I'm talking about. That's the energy, and that's the traumatic experience which happened then but hurts 30 years later. Something what happened then hurts 30 years later. And when you understand logically, and this happened to me as well, okay, happened to me, you have to get out of that perception that you've been in that pain, and learn from it, get the best outcomes, understand that now I'm maybe doing this and this differently. And that's my perspective going forward. And that incident, what happened to me, traumatic experience, just made me stronger and I evolved. That's the beautiful perspective. That's how I am trying to see my life. Okay? I'm not trying to see how I'm gonna hit the wall. I'm trying to see how I'm going go through it. This is how adults should think. Okay? So that's something what I can tell you about the wall. Okay? The wall is always can move. We can move the wall if we are, if we are in our energy. Did you see when people are in Eros energy, they are unstoppable. They are creators. They are going into the zone that they're, oh my God, they're gonna smash it. They're gonna achieve it. They're gonna do it. Okay. They don't, they fearless. People in Aerozone, they do not scare of any wall or hitting into any wall. Okay, they do not scare of fire. They do not scare terrorists. They do not scare anyone. They're gonna survive. Okay, they want to feel alive in their life, not to just rot, not to just live and be boring and know that the life soon ends, and that's it. What will happen? What that will happen, and they do not value their life. But in the other life that they will come again, because that's, you see how the life goes, the courses, they have to come back till they will learn their lessons and they will evolve to the moment that they understand what the energy does for people, why is it so important, how they need to develop themselves, and what kind of a vibration they have to have in their body to create the life for them. That's how it's happening. How are you? I am good, Washington. I am from London. I am just translating about life energy, Eros energy. Okay, and that's where the life started. Let's just let's just be honest. Eros energy is something what created such a big impact in our life, and that's where the whole the start was there. Okay, that's where its source is coming out. And I believe, and I'm going to talk about it, it's not a secret anymore. If you think I'm crazy, I'm crazy. But I can tell you, this is the door how we entered this planet, and that is going to be the door how you will leave. And so now think how you entered this planet. You entered by one action, and that was the energy created. Huge resource to make it happen. And at that moment, that conscious mind was created. And then, very recently, I understand this because I remember somewhere I've seen Richard Gere or someone was telling that, oh, we in this planet now we have to indulge ourselves and drink and party and eat the best food and whatever, we should enjoy our lives, which I agree with everyone, but we are trapped and there is no way out. There is. There is the way out. There is the way out. And this is our way, but we are not practicing it. We are removed from it as far as possible. Everything what is sexual, everything what is intimacy is being restricted, closed, okay, banned, shadowed, and you through that development of our, intimate life, we came from the point that, it was no one educated us, no one spoke about this. Relationship is the last thing, but actually has to be a priority in our life to learn. This is the first thing, not to make money, but how to make great relationship and stay in that connection and that vibration. That's what we will be should be studying and analyzing and talking about and writing about and experiencing, of course. When you will find that match who will create an amazing energy with you, you see what will happen. You see how your body can vibrate. You see what the pharmacy mechanism you can switch on. I always was saying to my youngest one, when my oldest, we had this accident in the mountains, and all his bones were broken, and I was explaining to him that he had such a high adrenaline level, that it was the painkiller in his body, and I was so terrified. We were waiting for this helicopter, and I had this chewing gum. I'm just joking, chewing gum, and I was just giving him and just saying that this is the most powerful, placebo effect. This is the most powerful drug that he can take, and he would not feel no pain, because his bones were sticking out of his body. And I was removing everything from my body. I was ripping all my clothes. I was just standing in the bra in the mountains, and I was how to say, bandaging his legs and arms and everything and stuff. So I have a lot of experiences in life to tell, but I can tell you that we have the huge pharmacy in our body which we don't use. I'm not even talking about the eros energy there, okay? Huge, powerful pharmacy which produces everything that human ever created. It's actually in here. That is why people are saying, scientists are saying, that we are using our brain capacity between 20 to 30%. When I was studying medicine, it was 18. When it was in 1997. 1997, I enrolled. That was first year. So the most brightest minds were vibrating that energy. So we evolved already. Okay, we evolved already by whatever 12, 13% through that time. Okay, so it will be more and more information going into our body, but the energy is there. What you eat produces 30% of the energy, and that is the only supply for your brain. It just what you eat, that's service just this part. Okay, this part, that's the operational part, right? That's what it services. Good morning, gorgeous. I love you. Thank you. I love you back. Illinois, hi, hello, Illinois. Rise and shine. It's a new day, new beginnings. New beginnings. What's stopping you? Inhale. What's stopping me? Me. You stopping you. There is no one else who's stopping you. I can tell you. There is just one person in life who is stopping you, is you. So what is stopping me is me. Okay? Otherwise, I will be already inviting you to my erotic galleries, which were created and done. Okay? That's what's stopping me. We are only one life. Show your talent to the world. Show your talent to the world. I came from the place where no one talked about erotic. I had the choice to be or a doctor or a lawyer. Okay, that's what my parents said. I ran away to London to actually do whatever I want. You see? I didn't know then that I'm going to do erotica. There was not even an option in my head. It just happened to me. Okay, through the events, I found my path. It's been a long time and a long search. When I was growing up, there was no profession like that. I didn't hear about this. I didn't know that there are people who are doing this, and there are still very few and a little. Do you know many women, erotic photographers, who do videos and shoot stuff without limitation? Do you know many? Text me. Text me. Okay. So, yes, I am starting now to talk about it. I think this is the beginning, because when I be talking about it, I will be braver in my gut. Braver in my gut, and of course I would go into galleries and I will start doing and creating it. And every day I wake up with just one goal, to do it finally. Okay, and something is just stopping me. Yeah, fear is a natural emotion, a stepping stone of the mind. Fear Fear is a vibration, okay, and our mind designed to stay in the fear. It actually enjoys it. There are people who are vibrating in negativity and they are satisfied from that. The fear is that energy that actually feeds us. Okay, you would think that the joy feeds us, but in the fear, we actually vibrate 1.5 hours. Okay, that's the scientific information, and in the joy, 5 minutes. So our brain designed to stay in pain and find everything what is pain and convert it. So we have to, you see, with the human body and energy, we through the years we actually got used to, it's like an addiction to be in the negativity. It's like an addiction, like any other addiction. Relationship, bad relationship, the coffee addiction, the sugar addiction, the drug addiction, the alcohol addiction, the shopping addiction, the social media addiction. There are so many addictions out there. Negativity and fear, it's an addiction. And we are humans now going into that new era where we have to train ourselves and teach ourselves to be in a different vibration, because only in that energy things happen for good, you know? So our mind is designed to suffer. It's designed for that. And some people, I'm talking about sadomasochists who are feeling pleasure of that, you know, that they're here. Hello. So you exactly right. A circle of life that spirals upward and tighter. Right? We've been given the illusions of perfection when perfection is an illusion. I think everything is here an illusion. This world is an illusion. You are practicing sleeping, and that is where you are going after this adventure where you're loading into every day. That's where you're going, and you are practicing this. People are so scared to die. They think that about death, I can tell again, because there are different ways to die, actually, okay? And there are different states that will lead you to a different death outcome and to a different level, you see, in a different game, okay? But I'll never forget this thing. And I can tell you, always I was thinking about one thing, that I want to die in a make love situation. But there is another option where I would like to die is this. My mom was in Chicago and she was looking after our auntie, and she was a healthy woman. She just needed a companionship because she was like, I don't know, 86 or something, 89 maybe, I don't know. But she was in a good health, she was in a good mood. Her adventure was shopping, and her adventure was go to church. And it was a normal Sunday. She felt okay. She dressed up because she liked an attention from the priest. And my mom went with her to church. And nothing was different than the other Sunday. And she said they were standing in the church and she just collapsed. She collapsed, and my mom thought it's too hot and she lost, consciousness. So she thought she's unconscious. When they went and checked, she was dead. You see, no, just like that, a normal day, she went to the church, and she was standing, and that's it, and that's how she left. It's amazing, right? Amazing. That's what I'm thinking about. That's how, when you see this Matrix movie, like someone took a plug off, and she was like shook and dropped on the floor. That's what happened to her. So this information I wanted to share, because you see, we're not designed to be ill. We're not designed to stay and suffer from or die from the old body and something. Our body actually restores all the time. All the time. The only thing what we cannot control is energy. We do not understand the energy yet. But I can tell you the energy what keeps me young, that keeps me going. And Eros energy is the only vibration. In Eros energy, you see there is no negativity. When you vibrate this specific energy, you only vibrate with the confidence, okay, with being in the element, with being in the zone, with being, explaining, sharing, telling something which is matter, which is important. That's why people are looking at you. Eros energy is also part of authenticity because you recognize this, that it's there, that it's there. You see it. So that's how it is. We have to forget the inhibitions and realize we are earthlings. We have to forget the inhibitions. You see, I believe that there is only practice. There is only a practice, the best way and the fastest way and the most effective way. That is why I've started erotic photo shoots. Because, as you know, there are a lot of psychologists and people who are working with people when they talking. And talking is not always help. Talking is not always help. The reason why is because have you told your husband many times to do this thing and have he done this? And how many times you need to say? Talking, right? Talking is the thing. Okay, people have been taught to live in someone else's bird cage, not realizing the ability to fly. People been programmed in the earliest stages. Okay, they haven't been kept all of them in the birth homes. Okay, they've been put in kindergartens, nurseries, whatever. They went a different programming after in their schools, preparing for that, money making situation, slaving machine, and so on, right? So people are programmed, and they are programmed to see the other, to see the other. No one is programming them to see themselves. That's why they're living in someone else's comparison shadow. They want to be like someone else. Do you want to see many who want to be themselves? We are actually teaching people here to enjoy that who they are, enjoy themselves, and enjoy the intimacy, with themselves and so on. And the photography is about you. It's not about how to shoot someone else's there in someone other picture. My photography, it's about you. You have to embrace it. You have to be in that energy. You have to focus on yourself, and you have to expose and express everything. Okay, and the person is thinking about that picture which this model or actress been, and I want to be like her. I want to have the life like he has. I want to be like them. I want to just, make money like him. That's the programming. Focus away. Focus away. Okay, I totally understand. What are you saying? Good. Was a beautiful top, bottom, or behind? Top, bottom, or behind? Another option. Is there another option? And in general, in my studio, okay, there are no choices. We are covering all. You see, why to choose? Top, bottom, behind, everything will be covered. And then people will see themselves in every position, how they vibrate, what is best for them, how they should do it, what they are feeling in it. Would they like to feel something else? Maybe they need to put their hand somewhere else or do something. They can evaluate only when they see it. You see, there is no enough information. When you are curing people from certain illness, first thing what you do is you need to collect the information. First, you talk to them and do an amnesis check, right? Then you do all kind of, checks, tests, and whatever, even X-ray, to see what is in there. And based on that information, there is then a result and outcome. Okay, and so that is how erotica and erotic energy benefits for people because they do not have enough information about their adulthood, about themselves, about their fantasy, about their desires, about their positive and negative, mind. How much, what's happening inside. You see, I can tell that I have a feeling and I can sense, but I can't read everyone. I'm not an x-ray. But erotic photo shoot, photography, what we are making, that's the information, that's the analysis that they can get. These are hundreds and hundreds pictures, how they progress as an adult from the stage cold, I would say, I would name it cold, then warming up to getting a hotter and hotter situations, right? We are beautiful creatures that should understand the actions of our bodies, not ashamed. Yes, but the programming was different, okay? That is why people lack of confidence. That's the first thing. Why they come to erotic photo shoot, to feel enough, to feel confident, to accept themselves, to love themselves, to value themselves, to evaluate themselves, to be aware about themselves, because the focus was away, not into them, but away from them. So yes, that's why all these negative vibrations have stayed. Exactly. It's all about the illusions and angles. What country are you from? Lithuania. To me, it's about discovering who we are and expressing our feelings together. Yeah. And every time you see, this is an Xbox game. Every time your make love situation has to get better. That's when you vibrate in Eris energy. It has to go up in your energy feeling, how you resonate. And of course, you have to stimulate other person as well. So, yeah, energy is a constantly changing from A to yin to a yang. Not only energy, everything changes in life. People want to come back to the old times or they want to stay in this situation, but you see, we cannot stop our nature. It's designed to change. The spring comes now, and after the spring there will be a summer. I can't stop it. Can you stop the summer not to come? No one can. That's the thing. We can't stop this. We are just in a changing environment and we have to change too. You see? So our intimacy and our level and vibration of the intimacy is changing as well. Okay? Rhythm is important as synergy. Rhythm. For some is rhythm important, for some something else. The energy of true interaction should not have drama, just reactions. Okay, about the drama, I can tell you in general. Okay, in the relationship, if there is no conflict, there will be no fun. Okay, in intimacy, some would say if there is no wrath, there will be no fun. Okay, but where is the conflict, then there is a place to evolve and get better. Okay, that's how it goes, right? That is why when we look at corn, okay, corn doesn't have any conflict. Corn doesn't have any conflict. People don't have to evolve and figure it out something in that moment. Everyone is at one energy, at one vibration. Everyone is wanting and desiring. There is no rejection. You see? There is no fear of rejection. Okay? That's why it's illusion. Right, exactly. We have become a blank canvas, willing to accept the pain strokes of expression. Oh my God, you're writing today and writing a lot. It's like nearly 1.5 hours. Thank you. Thank you. We have to become a blank canvas. You know how to say, become a blank canvas. It's a yogi situation. We humans probably just enough to reinvent ourselves. okay, and to shape ourselves, okay, and to change our colors, okay. To become blank canvas, you have to die and be born again. And that is a drastic change. That is a drastic evolution out there. I experienced that, okay. And I can tell you from really traumatic experiences, from the people who being a very, down in the down places, that's what is for them, okay. But we are normal humans. To start with the blank canvas, it's a very, like I say, drastic position to go into. Don't think this way, because blank canvas is to die and come back. So we are not going there, everyone. But that's the definite change. That's inevitable change then, okay? To start from the blank. Okay, and to match energy, we have to drop all arrogance and be willing to give true expressions. To drop all arrogance, there are so many more. Oh my god, I'll just call that, I am not even indicating. These are just words, okay. These are just words that human created words and speak languages. Human created time, whatever. Before, there was just energies, and we are able to communicate and connect and contact with the energy, right? And any other words like arrogance and blah 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 is just unpleasant emotion. That's how I call it, and there are many of them. I totally agree with you. Grand rising, I am 5.5. Okay, so you are in the place where you want to be taller. Tell me, okay, because I can tell you, I am 5.7, and I always wanted to be taller. And then suddenly, something in my head changed, and I was just become enough. I don't want any change, right? So you have to find the place for you when you will be comfortable with your height, okay? That's where it is for you, right? You see the perspective. What are the other options? That's how I would do in a photo shoot. If you will be 5.5, I would take your pants and see what are the other perspectives out there. Because there has to be something that you seriously given, and that's what you should be focusing. That is my job. When I see someone coming and pointing at their imperfection, like straight away, like, look at my tummy. Now, how you can make me sexy? Okay, like, look at that, or look at my, saggy breasts, or look at my, I have no bum, or look at my nose. Okay, they coming to the photo shoot and saying, look at that. Okay, and now do something about it. Okay, I go around and I'll check, because there has to be someone in the person. Okay, you can't be perfect from the angle, all in out, because if you are, there will be imperfections here. That's how the life is giving us the balance. You see, the balance, and if you fight this balance, you will be constantly in a losing game. Okay, so what I'm saying is, there is a perception which you are in 5.5. Okay, and there is a perspectives. Okay, perspective is this: to find the girlfriend which is 5.4. Okay, Filipinian girlfriend. Okay, why not? It's a very good perspective. Or someone like that, right? If you don't want to be shorter than your girlfriend, there are other ways how to look at the world. Okay, but if you focus just on the things that you are short, then you will be living the life of the short man. Okay, let's see the rest of the body. What is there? you know let's see. Because some guys, they would say, when you're lying down, it's not important. Okay, also communication is the key to unlocking passion and freedom of expression. Communication, yeah, communication. Communication, that is cool. The metaphysical side of expression of passion. Metaphysical side. Metaphysical. Well, yes, true expression of oneself. Running water never gets stagnant. Yeah, not only that, running water. Not running only water. There are different kind of waters. Okay, you can have a lake, you can have a swamp, you can have a river, or you can have a waterfall. Different energy everywhere, right? Knowing how to listen to your partner and react to them is more important than size. Yes, I have a lot of couples who coming like that. Okay, and it's not even that, guys. You think only that? No, there is a physical attraction, and the first thing is instinct. Okay, there is a physical attraction right there. It's like a premium. Okay, listening and discussing, it's in the background. Okay, so if there is an attraction out there which is on the physical level, it means that the woman is designed this way. Okay, and she have a lot of active points which are outside, and you don't have to go deep. It's just simple as that. That's why when you go deep, she doesn't feel anything. She doesn't want that partner. Okay, it's just not designed in this way, right? Okay, knowing how to listen, exactly, the physical and the mental intertwines with the spirit. Spirit is the energy, you see. With the spirit energy, you leave this body. Spirit is inside you that you do not see. It is energy based. Okay, and you can remove it. There are people who I heard that they can remove their energy. I can as well, but it's not that I can do it. For me it happened several times, which I've seen that there is a spirit and that it lifted out of my body, and I was witnessing this. There is a spirit out there. I've been also in the other world, being above as a spirit, so I know that we have it. I have a proof for myself. Okay, so that's the spirit. But what I'm talking is about, it's related to the spirit. It is the energy. And energy fields is electrical and magnetical. Okay, and that's the wave that we not only receive, but we also send. You see, and your heart do both. She receives and she sends magnetical waves. So we very well attached. BBC, Black and Big. This is a very popular situation with called fantasies. Okay, I teach Tai Chi. I had a couple who had Tai Chi, and they were perfect with the video shoot because they did not stop during the photography. They were taught to release the energy and have an energy flow during the photo shoot, and that's not every person has. Okay, and the sexual side of the health is never really spoken. Ooh, that's the whole life about sexual health and the side. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. Thank you for saying about this. Thank you. The sexual side for adults. Oh my God, when the estrogens go down and the testosterone goes down, that's when they go cheating. That's when the infidelity starts, because naturally the new experiences, the new partners raise that level. Okay, when the drop happens, it happens in your body, and the body reacts, and the action happens. Okay, it's like insulin drops. Okay, you feel it directly, right? So sexual side, it's of course the health side. That's why I recommend to find a partner. Yeah, it's a very huge. Let me write this down because I need to discuss about sexual side. It's a huge sexual side. Going to be next topic. It's a huge thing. Okay, in the morning people go and live their metal. In the reality, they had to do a morning sex. Okay, we designed to do it. So our reproduction mechanism is there installed in us, and we are producing children, but we also looking after our health. Okay, that is why people think it's for pleasure, it's for fun, no, it's a maintenance of your body. When you have a car, you have to change the oils and do all kinds of certain things. That's where the emotional and energy being processed. That's the hormonal balance being restored. That's where your joints being, you know, lubricated. You know, that's where all these things happen during this process. Yes, yes. And the heart pumping, and every blood cell gets filled in with air and with blood. Everything happens in your body. Yes, this is the sexual health. That's what we need. And that's when our body is not aging. Yeah, good question. Thank you. Okay. Okay, that's a very long cascade of questions. I am just overwhelmed here. Let me just quickly see if I have something important here to answer. Okay, we have a very huge, you have a very huge here. This Whew, okay, 1 hour and 40. I was not expected that seriously, and for me, it's very hard to download this video when it's so long from the TikTok. So I'm going to finish this, but tomorrow I'm going to talk about sexual health. Okay, sexual health and sexual side. Okay, because Eros energy is combined with your sexual side. Okay, Eros energy is what initiates that. Eros energy what creates erotic fantasies. Eros energy what matches with your partner. Eros energy what's defined and select. Okay, nothing else matters when you are in your Eros energy, and you will match on that energy. You will enjoy. Okay, it's unconscious situation. Okay, when you're out of your tune and when you're out of your energy, it's like when people are saying about fast food, it will have an aftertaste. Okay, it will have an aftertaste. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here, participating. Oh my gosh, my head is spinning from all these comments. Love it, love it. And I'm saying goodbye. And the life was everywhere, all over the place, right? So thank you so much for tonight, today, and see you tomorrow, hopefully. Okay, I'd like to end that stream for now.